just going to take a quick break from working out the mass of this baked good with a pastry lid to ask you a very simple question. How many colours are in the rainbow? Now, traditionally, we think of there being 7, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, but that isn't strictly the case. In 1665, Isaac Newton passed white light through a prism and identified the colours. You'd have thought someone might have done this before then. Let's face it, rainbows have been about since sunlight and rain coexisted, which was well before 1665. A word of warning though, I was nearly sent to jail for using too many words to describe passing light through a glass block. Yes, I was facing a long prison sentence. Now I'm going to show you the colour spectrum using a CD. CD used to stand for compact disc, now stands for coaster for drinks. Now the spectrum, by the way, is from the Latin. It means appearance, a bit like the word spectre, meaning as in like a ghost, an appearance. Anyhow, I'm going to shine a light across this so I can show you. Have a look at that. Now you can just about make it out there. This is the best I can do for the moment. But originally Newton said that there were 5 distinct colours. There was red, yellow, green, blue and violet. And well, when you say blue, in his day, blue is what we would now call cyan. And later he added 2 more colours to this, orange and indigo. However, he didn't do this for scientific reasons. He did this because he had a fascination with the number 7. He, like the ancient Greeks before him, thought there was a connection between the colours, the days of the week, the known objects in the solar system, and musical notes. He equated the colour red to the musical note D and fitted the rest in between. Tenuous, eh? Well, there aren't 7 colours then. You could say there are 5, but if you look at the rainbow, you'll see that the colours blend into each other. Now, most people can see 100 different hues or shades. So you could say there are 100 colours, but as they blend into each other, it may be more accurate to say there's an infinite number of colours. However, not every colour is in the rainbow. Where's purple? Where's brown? Where's pink? Well, as the rainbow is a transition from one colour to the next, mixing as it goes, there is no mixture between the first colour, red, and the last, violet or blue. To make purple, you have to mix these two together. Now, brown is a mixture of 3 colours, or if you prefer, a mixture between 2 colours, but that don't share a boundary in the rainbow, like red and green. Now, pink is effectively light red, but white light up is made of all the colours of the rainbow. Therefore, to make pink, you need all the colours plus more red. There are more colours outside the human visible spectrum. Bees and insects can see ultraviolet light, that is, colour with wavelength beyond what we can see. And many flowers have ultraviolet markings on them, making them attractive to insects. However, the offshoot is that bees can't see the other end of the spectrum. They can't see red or orange light. It always seems odd to think that a rainbow isn't physically there, and you can only see a rainbow when the sun is directly behind you. Now, the reason is rainbows are produced when light enters a raindrop and reflects off the back of the raindrop. The water refracts the light, producing the fanned out spectrum of colours we know. Blue is refracted at a greater angle than red, as its wavelength is shorter, so blue is always seen on the inside of a rainbow. Unless you're seeing a double rainbow, which actually always occurs, but it's actually quite hard to see, in which case blue is then on the outside. So the answer is that there's an infinite number of colours in the rainbow, but not all of them. Now, where was I? Oh yeah. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high.